What if the cure for Alzheimer's is already here, but Big Pharma's keeping it quiet? Dr. Nathan Bryan says a single molecule, nitric oxide, could flip medicine on its head. Welcome to Podslice Hub, where we cut through epic podcasts to spark ideas that stick. Today, we're unpacking The Silent Scientist on YouTube, a convo that's equal parts mind-blowing and suspicious. As a viewer, I'm hooked but skeptical. Can one gas really fix your brain, heart, and aging habits, or is this too good to be true? Let's dive into the juiciest bits, blending Dr. Bryan's bold claims with our take. Hit subscribe, and let's roll. Dr. Bryan drops a bombshell right out the gate. Nitric oxide can eradicate Alzheimer's. As a data-driven biochemist, he swears the science doesn't lie. Nitric oxide, a gas your body produces, controls blood flow, oxygen delivery, and brain function. When it tanks, starting at age 30, you're at risk for erectile dysfunction, diabetes, high blood pressure, and Alzheimer's. He notes heart disease, fueled by blood pressure issues, is the top global killer, yet 50% of patients on meds don't improve because drugs ignore nitric oxide. As a viewer, this hits hard. How many of us know someone trapped in the pill cycle? But I'm side-eyeing this. If nitric oxide's a game changer, why isn't it mainstream? Smells like a system that profits from sick people, which Dr. Bryan later calls out. Gliding into what nitric oxide is, it's not the NOS gas from race cars. That's nitrous oxide, aka laughing gas. Nitric oxide is a signaling molecule, relaxing blood vessels, mobilizing stem cells, and boosting energy in cells. Dr. Bryan calls it foundational for longevity, but we lose it with age, dropping 75% by 70. This decline, he says, triggers chronic diseases. I'm nodding. Aging's brutal, and I don't want my health crashing in my 30s. But here's my pause. Is nitric oxide the whole story, or just one piece of a messy health puzzle? Dr. Bryan's passion is infectious, but I need more than enthusiasm. Flowing seamlessly, let's talk symptoms, and this one's a zinger. Erectile dysfunction is the first red flag of low nitric oxide. Dr. Bryan calls it a canary in the coal mine for heart disease, since it's all about blood flow. No nitric oxide, no dilation, no action for men and women. Next up, high blood pressure from squeezed vessels and exercise intolerance, where stairs feel like Everest. As a viewer, this is a gut punch. ED as a heart warning is wild, especially for guys brushing it off. But why aren't doctors screaming about nitric oxide tests? It feels like they're treating symptoms to keep us hooked, not fixing the root cause. Sliding into Dr. Bryan's story, it's pure heart. A 1998 Nobel Prize lecture on nitric oxide lit his fire, with his mentor claiming it could change the world. But the real drive was personal. His dad, paralyzed after a car crash, had diabetic wounds that wouldn't heal. Standard care failed for years, yet Dr. Bryan's nitric oxide treatment fixed them in 6 months. I'm moved. This guy's fighting for his dad and all of us. But I'm cautious. One win doesn't mean it's a universal fix. Still, his story makes me want to believe. Transitioning to the spicy stuff, Dr. Bryan rips into medicine as a trillion-dollar business that doesn't want cures. Drug companies, he says, hook you on pills, add more for side effects, and soon you're on 10 meds. He even claims cancer centers aren't interested in curing cancer. Just profits. As a viewer, this is fire. I've seen family drown in prescriptions, and it's maddening. But is it a conspiracy or a system too broken to care? His stat that the U.S. ranks last in health outcomes despite massive spending backs him up, but I'm itching for harder evidence of this no-cure plot. Gliding to a jaw-dropper, your mouthwash is wrecking your health. It kills the oral microbiome, which turns leafy greens into nitric oxide. A study showed mouthwash spiked blood pressure in 7 days. One guy's jumped 26 points, raising his heart disease risk 26%. It also cancels exercise benefits, so your workouts are pointless. I'm stunned. I've got mouthwash on my sink. Dr. Bryan's flipping daily habits into health traps, and I'm all ears. But ditching mouthwash for good? That's tough in a world obsessed with minty breath. He suggests non-fluoridated toothpaste and tongue scraping. My girlfriend's been right all along. Flowing into another shocker, Dr. Bryan links dental infections to cancer. He says 100% of solid tumor patients he's seen have oral issues like root canals, which harbor bacteria in dead tissue. A study tied oral bacteria to a 50% higher risk of head and neck cancers. I'm freaking out. Time to call my dentist. But correlation isn't causation, and Dr. Bryan admits the science isn't there yet. Still, the idea that my dental work could be a health bomb is a wake-up call. Easing into action steps, Dr. Bryan says, skip sugar. It's a toxin gunking up nitric oxide production. Go for protein, fats, and minimal carbs. Nasal breathing and humming boost nitric oxide, as does sunlight or red light therapy. Beets are hyped but often useless. Most products lack nitrate. I love these hacks. Humming's quirky but easy. But his nitric oxide products raise my radar. Are they legit or a scientist's side hustle? He's open about his business, which I respect, but I'd need trials to bite. Wrapping up, Dr. Bryan bets nitric oxide is medicine's future, though changing habits is so. Products matter. His drive, fueled by his dad and a Nobel Prize, is inspiring, but he admits struggling with balance. As a viewer, I'm fired up, but not sold. If nitric oxide's this big, why is it still niche? Suppressed or unproven? What do you think? Is nitric oxide a health revolution or overhyped? Comment below, smash that like button, and let's keep cutting through the noise with Pod Slice Hub.